Come check out the new Azyrite Ruins terrain set.
Spiking bits.
What's up, hobby maniacs? I'm Baer, and today we are checking out the Azyrite Ruins box set from Games Workshop. This is a dual release this week with the larger cardstock table that's meant to go over the dining room table. So it's $80. This set is $30 US. Didn't pick up the big box. Just wanted to get this because I figured I can't really lay that out and show you. We did the one from the 40K, and well, same thing. Couldn't show it to you, but I could show you the terrain. So I was like, we'll just go with this, right? Because why not? So this set here is pretty neat. Like I said, $30. 6 large ruined walls, 2 small ruined walls, 2 padlock grills, and 2 padlock chests right there. Boom, 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 boom. All those things right in there. Now, hopefully, this is a lot better quality than the terrain they put out initially for Age of Sigmar. That was just, it was very undesirably undetailed, I guess. And Games Workshop's really been working up their quality from this terrain that they're getting out of China, having manufactured over in China. And over the years, we've seen it get a lot better and better from that first initial stuff. And my hope is that this stuff is just as good looking as it is on the box than in the actual terrain sprues itself. So let's open this up and kind of take a look. There are some rules that we'll go over here in a second. Now, this is similar, like I talked about just a second ago. There was the STC Rise of Pattern Ruins that came out for 40K, I guess around the summertime or so. And this is a very similar set. So it's large, chunky sprues. This, of course, is made in China, so it's a little bit different material than what we're used to, the more multi-part kind of stuff. But you can already kind of see, and I can see from up here, that it's way more detailed than that initial stuff that came out from China. See it there in the light. Lots and lots of detail work here. The little twin-tailed comets, all of the knurling on these columns. The brickwork is a little flat, and some of this area here is a little flat, and this, of course, you got to punch out. But there's enough detail here to sell it, to make it look realistic. And you know, all of the rivets and stuff on this metalwork, the gate or the padlock, these that I guess I don't know why there's why there's handles, little knockers up here on each one of these little columns, but there is. And the mini brickwork here looks great, so it's all walled up and such. And these ones being open, these lay flat on the tabletop. So there's 2 sprues for each, and this one right here is the ladder with the 2-part chest, locked chest, a little fallen column section here that's part of a larger one. And then it looks like they just kind of, instead of socketing in, they kind of slot in. So this might mean that it's almost push fit, easy to build, because you just slot these things in, they go together, and you're good to go. And then you pull them apart and put them back in a box. Or, you know, easy setup, easy tear down. I guess if you're, you know, throwing the stuff on the tabletop. So that's pretty neat to see. So let's clip one of these sections out. There is not really any instructions. There might be on the inside of the box. I'll give it a whirl real quick here while I got you, but I didn't see. No, there is no instructions, so we're just gonna go by the reference pictures there. Yeah, I always like reference pictures. They help me order my food, and they definitely help me put my miniatures together. Okay, well, that was a pleasant surprise. This thing went together way faster than it did to take the time it took to cut it out, believe it or not. Now, I didn't clip all the burrs down. You can see right here where I went ahead and took the X-Acto and shaved off a large area. This is a larger, kind of clunkier plastic, but it still cleans up pretty good, in my opinion, across there. It's definitely flush, like you wouldn't have any issues. There might be some residual kind of look to it, but I don't think there. But I didn't cut all the burrs off. But I mean, look at it. It's great looking terrain, very well detailed. And here's the kicker. Well, what I don't like about it is that there's a lot of mold lines all around there. Now, there's some folks out there that say you can take some of that thin cement, and not the stuff that I use, the Maya stuff, but there's other brands like some weld stuff, and it'll clean up some of those burrs. So check some of the YouTube tutorials on how to do that. I don't know all the specifics, but I keep seeing them pop up in my feed, so I watch them. What I do like about this is the fact that, as previously noted, this little slide and lock system, this is push fit, it's easy to build, whatever. This, you almost don't even have to glue it. Like, you're gonna push this together and it's gonna get such a tight fit that you can't even really tell, right? Like, that's pretty fresh looking. I mean, you could glue it together, but if you're just gonna pack it all up and throw in that box, like, that's amazing. Like, this is, and it's not gonna break either. These are very strong and sturdy. Like I said, this is a little bit clunkier plastic. These are strong and sturdy pieces right here that's really gonna get in there and work well together and just kind of get in there and just kind of hold it. Like, all you gotta do is just squeeze it and you're good to go. Like, that's really neat. Like, boom, you're like good to go. You literally take a few minutes to clip down all this terrain, maybe shave it down while you're watching some TV, and you're good to go. Now, there actually is some rules for this. Let's jump over to the PDF cam. Boom, scenery war scroll. So the Azyrite Ruins, you could just play them just as, you know, terrain for Age of Sigmar, just in general. But as they say on here, however, there are scenery rules to give you a little bit more depth. When an enemy model targets a unit that is wholly within 1 inch of a ruin, then the target unit receives cover. If the attacking model is closer to the ruin than it is to the target unit, which means they're right next to the duders, probably not. But if they're, you know, attacking through the wall, like the little area here, or clicker not working, there we go. If you're like swinging through this little wall here because you're within 1 inch or something like that, then I imagine it would come into play the way I'm reading it right there. Not necessarily the way it works right here, but more through the wall. And then there's some battle plans for how it works in general. We saw this in the previous campaigns. I'm not sure if these were the rules that were in there, but judging by the configuration of some of this terrain, they are not. I don't know. Hackers' objectives. I should have probably looked that up, but I'm not sure if I had that battle tome. So maybe somebody could drop that in the comments there if that is previous material that we have already seen. It looks familiar to me, but it does say Blasted Hollow Heart campaign. Might be new, and this might be something that's actually in the larger box with the card tiles that have that nice code and everything that'll fit on your dining room table. So that is pretty much it for this. I think for $30 we got a little bit of a hit here. So other than that, I think it's just like, hey, how many of these things do you want? You know, they're small enough that they'll fit into a box and they don't take up a whole lot of space on the table. And for the most part, I think that the value here with these is the fact that they are so easy to you know, just to set up and assemble. You might scrape down mold lines for a while, but you know, hey, that's the hobby, right? And these things should paint up pretty well with the amount of detail here and a little stone, you know, a little stone motif, I think. Or you can do this this kind of bone stone kind of type deal here that they've got going on, which is probably more of a like a Xandri dust kind of motif with some Celestra and Adeptus Mechanicus or Adeptus Standard grays right there. So that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed our review, our unboxing, review, and build of the new Azyrite Ruins terrain, and a little bit of rules review right there. Of shavings in there. So for more features like this, make sure you work out those hobby muscles. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on all these features.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. Thelongwar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos.